coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome, everyone, to Morgantown, West Virginia, home to the West Virginia Mountaineers. The Mountaineers will kick it away first. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tigers offense will go to work first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Auburn people love to recite their creed, and I think somewhere in there, it's you should run the football well.
That's definitely a part of their blueprint. Every championship team, every great Auburn team starts with the big guys up front, paving the way, running the football, establishing that first will make the Auburn fan base proud.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Quick completion on the out. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
Hard running there. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
All right, good news, the game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And the Mountaineers want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They bring the punter onto the field now. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Got it in the middle. It's Nicholas. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Here's the handoff. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll run play action. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here comes the heat. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moss. Looking for more room. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. This is why quarterbacks get the biggest NIL deals, because they're supposed to make something out of nothing.
You know what? If he took some of that NIL money, Reese, and spent it on more linemen, maybe he has more protection and more time to go through his progressions.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going...
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Pulls it in. It's Barnes. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Moss. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Mountaineers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Here's the pressure. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
What a great play by one of their biggest playmakers in the D-line. I can say this personally. I got my first start in college at Jordan-Hare Stadium. It was brutal. I think about it, and I get PTSD to this day. When you get those types of athletes in a three-point stance rushing the quarterback with that crowd noise and your offensive tackles can't hear the snap count, it's not a lot of fun.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ninth play of the drive coming up. This one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pulls it in. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. Any change in momentum, and this is a brand new game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Duke. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And the Mountaineers are in the hurry-up. Back to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moss. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The give to the back. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Can the D deny them on second and goal?
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to first and goal, but great job.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes they put you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Knight. Makes the grab, it's Coleman. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. At the 40, there he goes. Turning it on. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on first and 10. The give to the back. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
West Virginia has it and the offense ready to go to work. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
The Mountaineers headed quickly to the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. They get to him as he throws. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Trying play action. That's caught. It's Barnes. Ball is loose. Oh, and a burst disaster by falling on his own fumble. The offense fortunate to still have the ball, but also facing a big third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the ground with the back. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
With the catch, it's Simmons. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Throws to the tight end. And that third down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
Well, the offense is trying to throw for it in their own end on third down, and quarterback receiver not quite on the same page, and they're lucky because that was almost picked off.
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Give to the running back. There he goes. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Under fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Scanning the field, it's Knight. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
This offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but third down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggle to try to find a play to get someone open.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Touchdown, Tigers. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Got it in the middle, it's Hubbard. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Catch in the middle. It's Hubbard. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. They'll immediately call timeout. And the Mountaineers with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. The Mountaineers line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. A low line drive and not his best work. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The run from the shotgun. Great cut there. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Power football with the run. Oh, and a move. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. 1 more snap coming before halftime. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Pressure coming. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Morgantown, sign me up for another half.
Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the 2nd half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the 2nd half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
That's reeled in. It's Hubbard. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going. And the Mountaineers will punt it away on 4th down. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. RPO complete to open the drive. Breaks into the open. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. And the Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Using his legs, it's Cobb. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be first and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now with the first and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays.
And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. That is a costly mistake as the penalty wipes the touchdown off the board. Second and goal for the offense. Looking for a man. It's Knight. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got it behind the line. It's Hubbard. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Third down play from the gun. Quickly to the tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Mountaineers will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. From the gun, the running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
The Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Oh, he's got some space. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. With that last catch, he now breaks the 1,500-yard mark for his career.
And that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Hitting 1,500 yards, that speaks to your consistency, your durability, and your playmaking ability, Palmer, to consistently make plays. Because when you got those guys as a quarterback, you find it.
It's pretty nice. 1,500 yards, obviously a great number. The cool thing about him, though, he doesn't care about the stats. This guy just wants to win week in, week out. He's hungry, and he's made plays throughout his career.
He's got it on the run. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. To throw, it's Knight. Touchdown, Tigers! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Lots of running room. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Mountaineers want to crank the tempo.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Makes a catch at the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Wants to go up top. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on second and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, and try to get my guy open.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing. Turning it on! Pass to Stetson, still on his feet. Out to the 35-yard line, and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make a stop.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Knight. He's got him this time. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third down, he drops to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Nicholas. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you...
There he goes! Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. The give on the inside. Makes one man miss. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching. Keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gives it to the back on the draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Knight. Grabbed behind the line, it's Davidson. Touchdown, Tigers! A great catch and run for 6. They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1. He has been unstoppable, the ultimate dual threat, positively Cam-tastic.
Yeah, and that dude was just so incredible to watch, and that's what he's putting on display. He's looking like that. Just whatever he wants to do, it's working, and this Auburn offense is cooking.
West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Got a man, it's Gallagher. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. Great place to start for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Makes it past the marker. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Go straight ahead. Touchdown, Auburn! And the route is on. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot. It breaks into the open.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Got room to work. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably I'm going to need these runs. I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And I tell you what, this defense... all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Makes the catch. It's Gallagher. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Quarterback empties his backfield. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
So here comes the Auburn offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face. And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.